Can you please cover the rules for carrying in your car with no concealed carry permit? So if you don't have a concealed carry permit, number one, if you're asking this question, it means you do not have my best-selling international book.
True.
Florida Concealed Carry Law, because I talk about all this inside of the book.
Where can they get it? Do you have the lower third?
Boom.
There we go. If you have not gotten your copy of Ryan's book yet, we're not ordering anymore. We're almost out. FloridaConcealedCarryLaw.com. Just pay the shipping. It's like $10, $9.95. We even save you like 5 cents because we're nice. And we'll ship it out to you right away. It'll get there in like a day or two, and you will have a book filled with awesomeness. You will not have a question again about Florida concealed carry law or anything related to that. So remember, if you want to carry a gun or if you want to own a gun in the state of Florida, it's your responsibility to understand the laws. It's your responsibility to know what you are allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do within the law. And you need to know it on a deep level, because when something happens, it's going to happen fast, and you want to be thinking, can I use my gun in this situation? What am I allowed to do in this situation? So you need to understand it on a deep level. And what Ryan does really, really good is he breaks down things that are typically hard to understand, and he breaks it down into a very easy to understand way. So he has different scenarios, different stories, and makes it very easy for you. So put the lower third up again, FloridaConcealedCarryLaw.com. Get your copy.
Yeah, so to answer your question, you're allowed to have a firearm inside of your vehicle without a Florida concealed carry permit as long as the firearm is securely encased or not readily accessible for immediate use. So securely encased means the firearm has to be inside of something. Could be inside of the glove box, center console, zippered gun bag, snapped in a holster, something of that nature. If the firearm is not secure, and it can be loaded, unloaded, locked, unlocked, it doesn't matter, right? If the firearm is not in something, it's just a loose gun, like if this is a real gun, just a loose gun. What?
Don't do it, though. I mean, have it in a holster. Like,
sure,
cover the trigger.
But if it's not, then it has to be not readily accessible for immediate use. And that means not as easy to access as if it was on your person. So, like, would a firearm just sitting on the passenger seat while I'm driving, would that be legal? No. Not in a case, not in anything.
No.
It is
readily accessible.
Yeah, because it's readily accessible and it is not securely encased.
Yeah.
However, if the firearm was behind the, like, in the back seat, not in a holster, is that legal?
In the back seat, yeah, it would be, but it wouldn't be smart not in a holster.
No, we're not asking what's smart. Okay. We're asking what's legal. Okay. Yes, it's legal because it is not securely encased and it is not readily accessible for immediate use.
In the glove box. But you definitely want to be careful. So this is a couple questions that we get. Can there be a round in the chamber? Yes, there can be a round in the chamber. You can be ready to rock and roll. It makes no difference either way. How many magazines can I have? As many as you want. You can have as many as you want. Doesn't matter. Another question that we get is, how many guns am I allowed to carry on me? With a concealed carry permit, you can carry as many as you want on you. There's no limit in Florida. There's no limit to how many you can carry on you. So in the vehicle, what you want to be careful of, I'm just going to say this, is cover the trigger guard. There is no reason to not have your trigger guard covered. And the reason I say that is you're, grabbing around or whatever, going through your glove box, you forget there's a gun in there and you pull the trigger.
Happens a lot with women that have guns in their purse.
Yes. Also, should you get into a car accident, you do not want a loaded gun flipping around as your car is rolling down I-4. You don't want a loaded gun flying around with the trigger, uncovered. So just $20. Back in the day, like getting a good Kydex holster was like expensive. Now it's like $20. $20. Yeah. So if you can't afford $20, then you don't deserve to own a gun, is how I feel. Honestly, you don't. Because it's
You're going to get us a lot of backlash on this video, Tiff.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, cover the trigger guard. Because all the accidents that we see happen, right? A lot of them is because the trigger guard is not covered.